What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to Buckets and Banter. My name is Atakusi, and today I've got all the things you need to know about the NBA. We're going to go over the formats, teams, the schedule that includes preseason, regular season, all-star break, playing tournament, and of course, the ongoing NBA playoffs. Leave a comment and subscribe to this channel. Let's start off with some basic information about the teams. We have 30 franchises, 29 teams all across the United States, and one team in Canada. These 30 teams are split into two separate conferences. And in every conference, the teams are divided into three divisions of 5 teams each. The Eastern Conference have the Atlantic, the Central, and the Northeast divisions. The Western Conference have the Pacific, Northwest, and Southwest divisions. Let's talk about the NBA schedule. The NBA schedule lasts from October to the following April. Preseason starts around early October, where teams meet and prepare for the upcoming season, and the regular season starts late October to mid-April. And with this competition, it lasts for like 24 weeks. And in between the 24 weeks, we have a week in between that is around February for the All-Star break. So after the All-Star break and the season is ended, we move on to the play-in tournament. And after the play-in tournament, we go in for the playoffs. So this competition lasts for 8 weeks. The NBA finals conclude around mid-June, where we have two best teams from each conference compete and have one team emerging as our champions. How do these games come about? Each team play 82 games for the regular season. Every team play the other 4 teams in their divisions 4 times, making it like 16 games for the division. And every team play the other 10 teams in their conference 3 or 4 times, making it a total of 36 games. And after that, every team also play the other opposite conference, that is the 15 other teams, twice every season. So they play one at home and one on the road, making a total of 30 games. So when you look at the breakdown, we have 16 divisional games, 36 other conference games, and 30 opposite conference games. When you talk about the playoffs, we have 16 teams qualifying for the playoffs for each season, 8 teams from each conference. So the first 6 teams on the table get in automatically, and the teams in spot 7 to spot 10 are the 4 teams that compete for the play-in tournament. And the teams located from the 11th seed to the 15th seed are eliminated from the postseason tournament. All right, so let's talk about the play-in tournament. So with the play-in tournament, we have 6 games in total, 3 games for each conference. So we have the 7th seed and the 8th seed play. The winner of that matchup moves on to the 7th seed on the playoffs table. And we have the 9th seed and the 10th seed play. Whoever loses this match is eliminated for the post-season action. And the winner has to meet with the loser of the 7th and the 8th matchup. And after that, the winner of that matchup becomes the 8th seed on the playoffs table. So let's use this table for a better understanding. Let's look at the West. So with the West, we have LA Clippers and the Minnesota Timberwolves on the 7th and the 8th position. So when they play, the winner would face the Rockets on the playoffs table, and the loser will move to play either the Sacramento Kings on the 10th position or the Dallas Mavericks after they are done with their match. So with that match, let's say Minnesota will lose their first match and later play on with the 9th or the 10th position, then they have to face the OKC at the 8th seed. Let's talk about the Eastern Conference. So we have the Miami Heat face of the Chicago Bulls. So the winner of that match would come and play either the Hawks or the Orlando Magics, and after that they'll move on to the 8th seed on the table. And also when you look at the 7th and the 8th, either Orlando Magics or the Atlanta Hawks. After this matchup, the winner moves on to the 7th position on the playoff to meet the Boston Celtics. So this basically explains how the playing works. All right, so let's talk about the playoffs. So with the playoffs, we have 16 teams qualifying for the playoffs, and they have to play 4 rounds to be crowned as champions. The NBA playoffs are not single elimination. They are played out of best of 7 series. So the first team that wins 4 games out of 7 games moves on to the next round. So this process is repeated throughout the 4 rounds. So with the first round, we have all 16 teams compete. With the second round, that is the conference semifinals, we have 8 teams compete. And let's talk about the third round. For the third round, that is the conference finals, we have like 4 teams compete. Then that is the final round, that is the NBA finals. We have 2 teams compete, with one coming out as our champions. So in NBA, there is no system of promotion and relegation like we know in football leagues across the world. Thank you for watching, and please leave a comment if you have any question. And for more NBA content or basketball content, please subscribe to this channel. I'm out.